600 wins, 6 Georgia State Championships, 16 Regional Championships, 2-time National Coach of the Year, first team from Georgia to win the City of Palms Classic, the nation's #1 high school tournament, first team in Georgia history to attend the Dick's Sporting Goods National Tournament of Championships. He's produced numerous NBA players and professional basketball players all over the world. It's real basketball talk. It's real help and real life with Coach Doug Lipscomb on the BG Podcast Network. Real Life Basketball is brought to you by the all-new 2018 K900 at Carriage Kia of Woodstock and Gainesville. Buy your new K900 from Carriage Kia and we'll fly you in or come pick you up for delivery. Visit carriagekia.com 24/7, 365 days a year. For America's best deal on the K900, call Chris Stanford directly at 1-866-333-2122. That's 1-866-333-2122.
And welcome to Real Life Basketball, Coach's Corner. I'm Nick Paparelli. I'm sitting in for Darren Sutherland. He is over hanging out with Julio Jones at Julio Jones Kia in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. How about that?
That's great. He didn't even invite us.
No, he won't even appreciate who the Falcons are going or where they're going right now. But, man, that would be a cool destination to be in. Hey, today we are switching gears a little bit. We've been focusing mainly on the male basketball sport, and we're going to move over to females. We got our first female coach on the Coach's Corner.
That's great. We're going to be talking to Dr. Phylus Arthur today, a 5-time state champion at the highest classification. And, Coach, the way she's going, she's going to pass me she'll tie me at 6, and the way she's going, like I said, she'll probably pass me and get 7 and 8.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Not to give anything away, she said has the senior class that has the first chance to win the state title 4 years in a row at the highest classification in Georgia, which is something that Maya Moore never could achieve, and that is just simply amazing.
Yes, but very knowledgeable of the game, so she'll give you a very good perspective of how to play the game and how to handle certain situations.
You're right, Coach. She's incredibly insightful. Hey, let's stop talking about it and let's get on to it. Now coming up on the Carriage Kia Skype hotline, Dr. Arthur.
Come see the Carriage family and experience the Carriage difference.
Kia is keeping it real with the all-new 2018 K900. Drive the car LeBron James drives and other NBA players call their preferred vehicle of choice. And right now, Carriage Kia of Woodstock and Gainesville has your new K900 ready for delivery. Go online, handle everything, then upon completion, we will fly you in to pick up your new K900 or deliver it directly to you. Call Chris Stanford directly at 1-866-333-2122. That's 1-866-333-2122. Ask for Chris Stanford. Carriage Kia, 24/7, 365 days a year at carriagekia.com.
Come see the Carriage family and experience the Carriage difference.
This is Coach Phylus Arthur, and you're listening to Real Life Basketball.
And welcome back to Real Life Basketball. We got Coach Arthur on the phone from McEachern High School. Darren is out today, the producer Nick Paparelli. I'm here sitting in, just filling in for him, trying to get a little country for us. Coach Doug, how about you present who we got in today?
Great. Hope everybody's doing well. First up, we got Coach Phylus Arthur, a 5-time state champion in the highest classification in Georgia, and she's going to be our first female coach on the Coach's Corner. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I feel honored to be the first female coach, so I think that's great. It's wonderful.
Well, we're honored to have you here because 5-time state champions, they're usually very, very tied up, and I know you probably just got finished with practice working on getting number 6 under your belt.
We hope so. I'm working for it.
Yes. Okay, let me ask you this right here, because we'll start it out with this right here. What was it like coaching in your first state championship game?
Oh, Wow, it was unbelievable. It was exhilarating. I mean, I was nervous. And the very first one, I got the crap beat out of me by Coach Angie Hembry in 2011 at Norcross beat us. They spanked us. They spanked us royally. And I said, after that, I would not let that happen again. So after we lost in 2011, I decided to go back to school the next day. It was a Sunday. I was in the gym working on my schedule for the next year.
Okay. All right.
That's awesome.
Okay. Now, tell me, you being in the coaching, how long have you been coaching?
Oh, a long time. This is probably my, I've been coaching, I started in Franklin County in the mid-'80s. So I've been coaching like almost 30 years, just a coach. But a head coach, I've been a head coach since 1999.
Okay. Good deal. And what's been one of the most, your favorite moments as being a coach thus far?
One of my favorite moments is winning, of course. But it's when you see the girls' faces when they win. I mean, and they finally realize all that hard work that they put in, all the running, all the being yelled at, and even hearing a couple of words that, they don't need to hear sometimes. But when you see them win and you see that light bulb goes off, that they finally get it, it's the best feeling you could ever have.
Yeah, I can relate to that, Coach.
Yeah, I know you can.
Yes, and we know you love your job just like most coaches do. But tell me what you think one of the toughest parts of being a head coach is.
To me, one of the toughest parts is when the parents try to coach in the stands and when they try to coach at home, and they're contradicting everything that a coach is saying, and the players are trying to listen to their parents and the coaches, and the players are they're in between a rock and a hard place. They won't listen to the coach because they're loyal to their teammates, but this is their parents. So it's harder on me because I want to win, and I know they want to win, but the players got to learn to separate themselves and say, this is what my coach told me to do, and this is what I got to do.
Yeah, that's what.
So that's hard. That's hard for me.
That's what Darren always talks about is the parents always want their kid and the 4 other best players on the court at all times.
Exactly.
And that will only make them happy.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, and you can never make them happy. And if I had another thing to say that's the hardest part about my job is seeing my senior babies move on. I know they got to move on, but they've been part of your life probably since the 5th grade. They've been playing your program more than likely. So you've been with them at least over half of their educational, year lives. But you've been with them through the whole 6 years of basketball. Now they're leaving and going on. So it's hard seeing them go sometimes. But I know they always come back. But those are two of the hardest things in coaching basketball.
Yeah, I bet it is. Thinking about those senior babies, with all the success you have, I mean, the recruiting must just be crazy for all of them. So through your daily tenure, how have you seen recruiting change from when you started coaching 30 years ago until now?
You're talking about college recruiting, right? College recruiting my players?
College recruiting, yes, ma'am.
They contact you all the time. I mean, you finally get some downtime or a day off on a Sunday, and your phone is busy ringing and texting. And so it's like a coach never really gets a break, even though the game is over. The players are home resting. The contact, when you got good players, they're constantly calling, constantly contacting you, and you cannot answer the call or text back because you may miss an opportunity for a player to get, a scholarship.
Yeah.
But the changes I've seen is they're going for the scores more. I think what has made me so successful, yes, I've had scores, but defense wins championships. So I'm trying to sell a player that rebounds, play good defense, is a leader on and off the court, got a high GPA, but they're only averaging 6 points a game, and those players are overlooked. That's the part about the recruiting that I don't like. But, I know they want the big-time scorers, but you got to have some defenders too.
Yeah, for sure. That's right, Coach. As you said, defense wins championships. Looking at how these kids are progressing their skills and everything, how is AAU accredited to the recruiting process and the scouting process?
Of course, with AAU, we got to have it. The girls got to play it. And college coaches, they do go to these big AAU tournaments and national tournaments, and they do contact the AAU coaches a lot. However, it's just not based on AAU. They still got to come to the high school coaches and see some high school games. They still got to come to the high school coaches and ask about how they interact with their regular teammate, not a stack team. And, you got to get their transcript. And so AAU is very important as far as them being seen, because AAU is all over the place. But you better believe they're going to come back to their high school coach in the end. Before they make their final decision, they got to come through us and to us to talk about that player that they're interested in.
Yeah.
Okay. Coach, your program is one of the best, like I've said, in the state of Georgia. So I want you to take a moment and brag about your players, your former players, and what colleges they attended and the universities.
Oh, wow. I got several. I've had several players, since I came over here in 2006, but I had players back at Pepperbrook that, they went to Georgia State. They went to UTEP. I've had them go to Arkansas. Over here, I've had players go to Arkansas, Southern Cal, Tennessee, Furman, West Virginia, Georgia. Got 2 at Georgia right now.
Wow.
North Carolina State, Pittsburgh. I got 1 at 2 at Georgia, 1 at can't think.
You have South
1
Carolina.
at Savannah. I got 1 at South Carolina. I've had them go to Pittsburgh, Syracuse, Pensacola, Shaw University. Got 1 at Shaw. Got 1 at Grambling. Like I said, got 1 at Georgia State, and they're pretty much all over. I got 4 next year. 1 going to Indiana, 1 going to Georgia Tech, 1 going to North Georgia College, and 1 going to University of Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
Good.
And the other one's still being recruited. So it's been a joint ride. I mean, when I look up and I see people like Vivian Stringer and Joni from UGA in here, and Coach Lanner's been in here, and see all these coaches up in here, I know then I got some players, because when they packed my gym, just to see them do open gym workouts, and my players, they can't go to these schools without good GPA. And last year, my varsity GPA was a 3.5 overall.
Okay.
9th grade was a 3.4, and the JD was a 3.5 with us. So, we're not just basketball players. We're student athletes, so I pride myself on that.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little basketball right here, Coach. For anybody that's listening, I just want to pick your brain. Okay. You're coaching in the first half of a game. Of course, you always play tough competition. What type of offense, and I hope don't feel like I'm making you divulge your game plan, but I just want to know what your mind thinks. In case I ever get back into coaching, I can call you.
Okay.
So you're up in the first half. What type of offense would you be trying to run there?
If we're up in the first half, we got to be patient second half. We can't just go out there and think, because, of course, the other team is going to make some adjustments. So you're going to try to do the same things you did the first half. And if they fail the very first time, then that team has made adjustments. So we come out with a whole different game plan. It could be slow it down. It could be pound it inside. It could be make more cuts, set better screens. So, we got to look at our opponents. If we got big girls, we're playing against some big opponents, then we got to run the dog out of if they are just as slim, quick, and fast as we are, scorers, then we got to be patient but try to get them in a half-court offense. Our offense is based on our defense. Our offense cannot flow if we don't play good defense. So typically I'm a defensive coach, and I focus on defense first. Defense create offense. Offense does not create defense. If you got a hell of a defensive team, then your offense is going to flow. So the first thing I'm going to do is focus on, hey, we need to turn our defense up a notch so we can have easier shots on the offensive end.
Okay, I'm glad you made that statement. Now, that leads me back into the second part of our question would be, if you're up in the first half, what's your primary defense? What do you love to do?
Pressure the heck out of them. Make them create turnovers and run them and try to try to change their game, make them play our game. I can't play their game. They gotta come and play my game. Play my game, we're gonna win. If I play their game, the chances are they got a better chance of winning. So I got to get them in a half-court offense, hopefully, and we got to run. And I find that when you're playing basketball and you're winning, you play more defense than you do offense because you're going to pressure them, steal the ball, lay it up, and get back on defense and pressure them again. So you're playing more defense than offense when you're winning.
Yes. I remember Arkansas used to have that philosophy of 40 minutes of hell. And when I first got into coaching, I just said it's going to be 32 minutes of hell.
Right, exactly.
So,
That's a good one. I like that one. I think I'm going to tell them that in the morning.
Okay, I think that'll get somebody pumped up. Yep. Okay,
Yeah,
now here we
yeah.
go, Coach. We're still in the coaching scenario. We're in the coaching mode right here. Okay. You're in the second half, third quarter, midway through, and you're down, let's say 5, and they're running a zone. What is your main idea right there?
Split the gaps.
Okay.
Split the gaps, and if they're closing those gaps, then you got to move without the ball. You got to pass that ball. You got to pass over the defense and skip pass. You cannot be stagnant at that point. You can't just stand still. A zone shifts with the ball, but if you're passing the ball quickly and you're cutting at the same time, they cannot stop the cutter and shift with the ball at the same time. So you got to do both those simultaneously, like a watch. It's ticking, and something make it tick. The inside of that whole watch, the heart of that watch, whatever's making it tick to make it run on all cylinders like a car, you got to do that in the game. You got to pass. You got to cut. You can't just stand still in the zone. Zone make offensive players stand still. I have also ran an offensive, a man offense against a zone because it has everybody moving.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That was like when they came out with the pass and cut and
yeah,
that type of thing.
You go back to the basics, pass and cut, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can screen. A lot of girls don't realize you can screen on the zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can screen the forwards and the guards, and you got a shot. So, we just go back to basic a lot of times. And I just tell them, play to win. Don't play to because you think you're going to lose. Play to win. If you play to win, your chances are you're going to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so what's amazing about that is that when you say we're just playing basic basketball, I remember being in the park and just playing. Then they came up with the concept 5 out where you're passing and cutting. Well, that's basic basketball.
Right.
So
that's basic basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
And I told my girls today, my girls don't play enough pickup ball. When you play just organized ball and that's all you do, then you become puppets. And I told them they were my puppets because they're doing exactly what I told them to do, but that's good. But what about going against the grain? What about seeing something that not part of the offense, but is open? That comes from playing pickup ball, playing a little bit of street ball, so you can see other things that has nothing to do with organization, that has nothing to do with what the coach says, has nothing to do with run this offense. All it means is I'm playing basketball, and that means I got to cut. That means I got to see somebody open. There is no offensive setup. Offensive setup is scoring. So I told them, they play more pickup ball. Go to the gym after practice as a group and just play some pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Against some guys. That's better.
Yeah.
And embarrass them, right?
Pat Ed Summit. Yeah. I got you. So now here we go, Coach. I know what you're going to say, but I'm not going to put the words in your mouth, okay? You're in the fourth quarter. It's midway through, about 4 something to go, and you're down 5. What's your defense?
We're down 4.
Oh, 5.
Man to man, 4 quarters.
Hey, live and die. Live and die. Now,
live or die.
Yeah. Here's one for you, Coach. Okay, as a coach, like when you have to have meetings and discuss basketball with younger people, younger coaches, okay?
Right.
I think they come up with the thing of they have to deal with skill development because I saw some practices over the last couple of weeks where they're dealing with skill development and then they got to get the kids to play as a team. Mm-hmm. Well, when you're doing the skill development, I've seen some of the kids have a very hard time dribbling. So in your team concepts, of course, we know Timmy does not need to be dribbling if he's still dribbling with 2 hands, okay? So we need to get him down there. Hopefully he's big enough to get to the post and make the post move. So
Right.
how do you mix your skill development and play as a team?
What I do with skill development, yeah, I got some that are not very good dribblers right now. Sometimes we make it all competitive. It's all like a game sometimes. In their minds, they think they're just playing a game, having fun, but they're actually doing basketball stuff. We have played a whole, like 8-minute quarters at my gym, and you cannot dribble.
Right.
There cannot be a dribble. Period. I mean, it's almost like keep away. But you're running your offense, you're running your press offense, you're pressing. And when we first started doing that, the girls would go and screen the ball, the person on the ball. And I'm like, y'all, we cannot dribble. Because their mindset is dribbling. Dribbling is a safety net for them. So we took the dribbling out. And then I have made them play with a flat ball where it can't dribble. And that way they got to get everybody involved. The bigs got to touch the ball now because the bigs got to move to get open. And every time a team deflects the ball, they get a point. And at the end, the losers got to run. So to get everybody involved, you take away some of the things that like the guard love to do. The guards love to dribble. Take that away from them. Take it away. Now you're almost equal because nobody can dribble now. So I've done it that way. And I've played post against guards. Let the guards know, hey, you got to have the bigs. You got to include the bigs because you don't have no post on your team. But post, you also need the guards to get you the ball. So we do that a lot to get them, to let them understand that, hey, we got to incorporate these skills we learn into our practice, but we can't overuse. We can't overuse the dribbling just because you can dribble. Feed the post, inside out. We do a lot of inside out. Feed them again, score. Feed them again, inside out. Feed them again, kick it to the other side. So we make it fun, but it's also muscle memory. They don't get the muscle memory part. What you learn is what you learn, and it stays with you. It just automatically stays with you because of muscle memory.
Yes, and I've seen European practices where that's exactly what they do. They advance the basketball without dribbling, and I think that's phenomenal, and it's very, very beneficial. But it's going to take the kids a while to develop it because everybody want to pat it as soon as they catch it and see what they can do about shake and bake in between the legs. And, it was an all-star game on last night where Kyrie looked like he invented a behind-the-back dribble with one hand. And then the announcer goes, I bet all those kids are going to start trying that tonight.
Yes, I heard that.
And an official that hadn't seen it is going to say that, no, that's a walk or a carry or a travel. It's going to be one of the above.
Right.
Now, let me
These
ask you
kids
this.
love to ooze the R.
Yeah, oohs and ahs and gets no buckets, So, in fact, I was talking with an older coach, and he said he felt like any bad passes were, of course, turnovers. And I went on and added that if a missed dunk, a missed layup, so they're like a turnover too because you lose by one. Yeah, yes, right. Yeah.
I just asked my girls this morning because we didn't do a couple of box outs. We can play against Tiff, and they got some big girls. I said, think about the last time you lost by 1 point and you missed a layup or you missed a box out or you turned the ball over. That could have been that 1 point that we lost by. Protect the ball. Make the layup. Be explosive.
Because in the blink of an eye, you can be up by 1, and then all of a sudden, there it is. They score.
Yes, it's over.
It's over. Yes, very much. So, tell me what you feel like your strengths are this year, if you had to put a label on your team.
Ooh, strength. Wow. I don't know if I have strength this year. I got some shooters. They really, this group have their close knit, on and off the court. I've had teams in the past. They hated each other's guts off the court, but they wanted to win so badly. They would pat each other on the back, and they hated them off the court, but they would pat each other on the back. And then I've had teams that got along on and off the court. This team right here get along on and off the court, and they want to learn. They want to do better. I made them last night to watch our last game film, and I told them write 3 columns: the good, the bad, the ugly. not just about the team and your teammates, but about yourself. And each one of them did it. And it's funny if you read some of their comments, but this team want to win it so badly, especially my senior crew, because I got 3 seniors that win. And if we win on March 10th, they'll be the first group of seniors to win the highest level all 4 years. Oh, wow. And I had to remind them that the best players, Tia Cooper did not win it. She lost it her sophomore year. Maya Moore, the best player ever come out of Georgia, she didn't do it 4 years in a row, and neither did Diamond Shields. So my seniors right now got a chance to be the first group of seniors to ever do that in the history of Georgia in the highest division.
That's amazing.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is most people don't know unless you make that statement, which to me is not bragging because it's true.
No. It's true, and I'm trying to get them to play harder, trying to put some fuel in their fire, trying to make them want it more. Mm-hmm. So I had to remind them every day, look, y'all got a chance of making history. Yeah, we made history by winning the first time in 7A. Okay, now do it again. Mm-hmm. So can't nobody say it was a fluke, Do it one more time. Do it and make bigger history, being the first group to do that.
Right. And I love the way you persevered throughout the years when people, of course, now that my program, I'm gone, so now they're not able to criticize me as a recruiter.
Right.
So winning state championships, it comes from having good kids and kids that listen to what you tell them,
Right. And I've heard everything. We had a region meeting yesterday in Macon. Well, not a region, but state meeting in Macon. And, at the table I was sitting at, everybody had some move-ins. And I told them, when you win, you don't have to say nothing to anybody. People will just start calling you and emailing you. And I'm wondering, how did they get my cell phone number? But if a child wants to move, if a parent want to move their child has no say-so over it. They want to move them. And sometimes it's about education. Sometimes it's about sports. Just keep it real. But I don't have to go out and do anything. The school sells itself. And the athletic programs here sells itself. Football, track, basketball, it sells itself. So no coach here has to go out and do anything illegal. We can just sit back and win, and they're going to come. So when all these naysayers say stuff about McEachern High School and Phyllis Arthur, they would die to be in my shoes over here at McEachern in this program. So I just laugh and just let them have their little moment, because I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. If I don't win, I don't know what I'm doing. If I do win, I'm supposed to win. Okay, since I'm supposed to win, I got to go out and do what I got to do to try to win it.
Yes, that's so true. And I got to piggyback off of that, because what you just said was people would die to be in your shoes. Well, check this out. Your football team is winning. They're nationally known. Your basketball team is nationally ranked. And there you are, nationally ranked. So, your administration should be very proud of you. And if they don't say it, I'm saying it for everybody else that knows you and what you've accomplished over there. The thing that I
appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah, well, winner knows a winner. Let's have a different conversation.
Yeah.
So what I saw the other night, and I just want to expand on this. I saw a very talented team lose a game the other night because the opponent played a zone defense against them the entire game, and they could not make an outside shot. It got so bad that the team did not even want to shoot the basketball, and you're down.
Right.
So, hats off to the team that I saw play. I was pulling for the team that lost, but tough break. I'm not going to call the name out, but I saw something and I learned something, even if I've been in the game for 30 years. You got to have a shooter, and you got to be able to penetrate the zone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. And we have some shooters, but we got a little girl that can penetrate, too. And we almost lost to Marietta the same way. They zoned us, and we couldn't. I could have said, I'd give y'all $1,000 right now and make a three-pointer. They couldn't do it. And so it got into their psyche. So we had to call timeout and tell them, hey, look, the game starts inside out. You either live by the three and die by the three, or you can go in there and penetrate and make them foul you. But, Marietta has a girl that's phenomenal. She cannot be stopped. That girl is a tough little girl. Everything she shot went in. But we didn't put on the free throw line 20-some times like we did the last 2 games. This time she only went to the free throw line 7 times, so that was a plus. But we had to keep our composure and be poised in order to win by 1 point against Marietta in the region playoff. But, we could not buy a basket, so we had to go to the line, and we had to attack, penetrate, hit the gaps, shoot the gaps.
That's right. Coach, let me go ahead and help you out on this. I'm going to go ahead and say you were just complimenting that girl from Marietta, because if you win the state championship, it's going to be kind of funny if she shows up at your school.
Oh, no. She's a senior. Senior, thank God.
I'm just playing, Coach. I'm just playing.
I know, but it would be funny.
Keeping it real.
They'll say, yeah, that's exactly what they would say. But thank God she's a senior. We don't have to see her anymore.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, I'm going to tell you like this. I saw something yesterday, and it's so indicative of what we go through. And you just got to think for a moment and just go, wow. Even if you were walking on water, they would say you're walking on water because you can't swim. I saw that and I thought, wow, that hits home with coaches that have been successful. Yeah. And, I mean, it really is.
And, and I say this all the time. Even there are coaches, whether they win or lose, I'm going to compliment them because I don't care. I don't have that kind of animosity towards anybody. But there are some coaches out there, and I know they have animosity towards other coaches because they win. But, I tell anybody and everybody, hey, congratulations, good job. But there are times I have won, and people near me around has never once congratulated me. Not that I need it. The rings don't lie.
Right.
I think I heard that from somewhere.
Yeah.
But, I think in this field, we don't compliment each other enough and congratulate each other enough. We're constantly trying to find something to bring each other down. Yeah, we all are shooting for a common goal to make to that big dance. But if I don't make it, I'm going to email them and text them and say, hey, good job, congratulations. I'm not going to sit back and not tell them good job, congratulations, because I'm upset because we lost. Move on, get ready for the next year. Exactly. But a lot of people don't want to do that for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm not that type person or coach. You beat me, you beat me.
Right. That's competition and sportsmanship.
Yeah, it's competition.
Yeah, I'm just impressed by the humility that you have going for the 4th straight state championship, and yet you're still sitting back telling people to encourage each other, to motivate each other. Your competition might get harder because of that, but heck, you're better than everyone else at the end of the day, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I know me better than anybody else. So when they come up with the negative talk, hey, I just keep on pushing it. I can't sit around and dwell on that because it's out there. No matter what we do, good, bad, or ugly, somebody got something bad to say. So I just tell my girls and myself, just keep pushing. Keep doing what you do.
Last but not least, I would be remiss if I didn't say we've had the opportunity of speaking with Dr. Phylus Arthur. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I really appreciate this.
Well, thank you, Coach, and we wish you the best throughout the rest of the season. Bring home number 6. And
we're working for it.
All right. I'm cheering for you. Thank you, Coach. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And welcome back to Real Life Basketball. Coach, wasn't that just a great insight from Dr. Arthur?
It was. It was very good, and I hope people listen to her because she's very knowledgeable of the game from a male's and a female's perspective. The game is played the same.
She was simply amazing, trying to get that 4th championship that Maya Moore couldn't even achieve, which is simply just amazing.
Yeah, she and they have the skill set to make it happen.
Well, she'll get it conquered. Hopefully by March she'll have that 6th ring and be tied up with you. Yeah,
and then like I said before, she'll probably go ahead and get 7 and 8 and 9, and we'll be cheering for her.
And then she'll be telling you that rings don't lie.
Most definitely. But what's also is out there is that her boys program may also win the state title too this year.
Yeah, that would be 2 state championships. That football team is just right on behind them, too.
Yeah, so they're doing very good things at McEachern.
They are. Well, thanks for sitting in with us. on this 21st episode of Real Life Basketball. And hopefully Darren will be back next week to fill in for the producer. What do you think about that?
Yeah, hopefully he'll be back hanging out with we didn't even get invited, first of all. And so he's down there. Darren is down there hanging out with Julio Jones and the Amigos.
Yeah, he's sitting over there with Quavo at the Celebrity All-Star game, just cooking something up.
Yeah, cooking up in the kitchen like a stir fry.
Mm-hmm. You know Darren liked to be there. He'd rather have some fried chicken being cooked up instead, though.
But check out this right here. Can you imagine Darren just hanging out, Darren Sutherland hanging out with them while they up there hanging Bad and Bougie?
I could not imagine him singing Bad and Bougie with that group.
Well, I tell you what, Darren, have fun, and Julio, do your thing, and we're just joking with you guys, but we love your support.
Yeah, Darren, don't get too bad and bougie, that's for sure. That is for sure. But hey, Coach, how about you leave us off this episode with a little nugget?
Well, I think it's important that we all look at our situations and be graceful for what we have, gracious for what we have, and continue to do your best every day and be positive.
That sounds great, Coach. Once again, I'm the producer, Nick Paparelli, filling in for Darren Sutherland. That's legendary coach Doug Lipscomb. And if you have time, share this podcast with your friends. Give us a follow on social media. And we can't wait for you to join us next week as we continue to keep it real on Real Life Basketball.